Hello, everybody. It is me, Demetra K, and I'm sitting here with Walter. And I hope you all are having a great day as it is Wealth Wednesdays with Walter. He has graced us with his presence today. So, for that, we are so grateful. I should say that the purpose of the Demetra K show is to promote Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all things that go on in the Black community to make us an even better people, with the emphasis on even, because we're great people, but we can always strive to do better. Like I said, Big Giant, thank you. Hello and welcome to YouTube and Facebook. You are the other side of the conversation. Not only are you viewers and family, sometimes I share the link, although I don't think I'll do it today unless somebody requests to come up and I'll share the link, perhaps. But I should also say that if I do share the link and I've never seen you on here before and your profile looks like this, please show me this. And if you're not comfortable, you can go back to that. Just know that no one else can see you, not even Walter, until I bring you up to the big screen. Also, in the comment section, it's not that we disagree, it's how we disagree. So let's be as respectful as possible to one another. Today, we're going to continue on talking about Shannon Sharpe. I talked about him yesterday afternoon for a moment, but I kind of wanted to keep talking about it because I think this is, right up Walter's alley in regards to money and what something like this could potentially cost someone, right? So I'm going to get all into it, do a recap and all of that of Shannon Sharpe's situation. But I also want to talk about Monique trying to warn him last year when she was on his show. I got a clip of that as well. Walter, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm glad I'm not Shannon Sharpe. Actually, I wish I had his money, but I like Shannon Sharpe, actually. I mean, for the most part, I don't like it that he swings to the left on the political side and he be wearing those tight ass ankle pants. But beside that, he's cool.
Oh, Lord. All right. So, yeah, we're going to get into that. And I should say, y'all forgive me. I am under the weather, believe it or not. Yesterday it got worse, but I told you guys that we'd be here today. So we are here. So we'll be here about an hour. And then I'm going to go lay down. um, so, anyway, let's see who's on here before I get started. Uh, Got Death knows how you doing. Long time no see. Says leave them white women alone. Walter, I'm gonna put you on mute. Gary Mack, how you doing? You said Shannon is doing too much. This might cost him this time. You know what? I think you're right. I think it may cost him. Says this is morally wrong. Shows a lack of class and bad character. I thought Walt Disney on ESPN. Says and they do not go for these games. He is playing. Yes, I saw that. Stephen A. Smith was speaking about it as he works for ESPN and Disney as well. He brought Shannon Sharpe to ESPN. He said he did talk to, I guess, the higher up. And the higher up says, yes, we are taking this very seriously and we're going to, follow all the investigations and then act accordingly. So I don't know, right? Sister Shirley, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Arneba, how are you? I say hi to Gary, but I say hi again. LaShonda, what's going on with you? CJ, how you doing? Nikki? Hope you doing well. Says he don't want black women because we don't wear our real hair. Laugh out loud. I think it's a little bit more than that. Dorothy, how you doing? Magnetic, what's going on with you? Let's see who else is on here. Mo, how you doing? Says what? Buck Horse, hope you're doing well. Global Logistics, what's going on with you? Mike, nice. Hope you're having a great day. Brother Reggie, what is going on? Yeah, I'm gonna feel better as soon as I lay down. Lord Bass, how you doing? Thank you, CJ. Diane, what's going on with you? Freddie, how are you? Who else is on here? Sagittarius Goddess Asada. Yeah, I don't have no voice left. Diane, did I say hello? If not, hello again. Candy, what's going on with you? Brother Dom, my triple OG moderator. Thank you to all the moderators. Sister Sunlight, what's going on with you? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So, as you guys know, yesterday, a lawsuit dropped from that. We didn't know who she was at the time, but her name is Gabriella Zuniga. And what we know now, she alleged that Shannon Sharpe did something that he should not have done to her a few times, right? You guys know what that is. She says he assaulted her in the worst way. And she says that they were 19 when they met at a gym, I guess, in the lawsuit. She also alleged that he was supposed to be buying her some boobs, and I guess he didn't do it for whatever reason. So she filed a civil suit to the tune of $50 million with that of notorious attorney Tony Busby, who is located out of here in Houston. You guys also might remember his name as he was going after Jay-Z, alleging that he did something to a 13-year-old. All that was debunked, that was dropped, and now Jay-Z is suing the mess out of him. He's also involved in some of the Diddy proceedings as he opened up a 1-800 number, and he says that 20,000 people 20,000 people called him in regards to P. Diddy. So that's Tony Busby. Now, sounds like Shannon Sharpe was about to sign $100 million deal for something right before the lawsuit dropped. And I guess it was all over the news or whatever the case is. Now, in addition to that, various tapes have dropped from Tony Busby regarding his client, alleging that Shannon had been abusive to her. Yesterday, I told you about the lawsuit where he's, I heard a recording rather, where he was saying, "I'm going to choke you." Now, Shannon, and I'm going to show y'all that video so we'll have a refresher. It's basically saying, yeah, that's not the whole story. Now, it also sounds like we learned from yesterday after I left off of here that Shannon Sharpe agreed to settle with her for $10 million, but I guess she didn't want that because, I guess they were like, yeah, we heard you might be signing $100 million deal, so we want 50, right? So she didn't want that. $10 million is, a while to be turning down, but okay. Now, as I told y'all earlier, Monique did try to warn him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show y'all the video of Shannon, denying the allegations. I showed it to y'all yesterday, but I want to show y'all a refresher, and then I'm going to show y'all the clip of Monique. So here is Shannon Sharpe from yesterday.
Supporters and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Okay, so let's remove Shay or Uncle Shay or Uncle Shannon or however y'all call him, Unc. We're going to remove him. Okay, now I'm going to put up the video of, and Donovan, if you want to come on, let me know. I'll send you a link. I'm going to put up the video of Monique warning him and basically telling him last year, you need to, think about what you're doing. So here we go.
Let me tell you what my baby need. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon need. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old, get you an old out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. So he thought I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'll be good to you. Her name is Ella Dora.
So, excuse me, y'all. So let's remove Monique. So, of course, that has been making the rounds and trending with Monique, telling him, hey, leave these 6 and 36-year-old women alone. Get you an older woman that's going to be good to you, right? And he was like, she said, you don't need that. He says, I do. He says,
okay, 36 is not that young. Matter of fact, 36 is almost too old for a brother like that.
But she ain't 19, though.
Well, yeah, 19 is only
it's a baby. Side. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta go to Mexico or Peru or Colombia.
Don't know where for no 19-year-old. But anyway, so that's was one of the things that's making the rounds. And a lot of people, and I would say I'm proud of a lot of the brothers, okay? I'm proud of y'all for a lot of other things, but I'm really proud of y'all. Walter, they're saying you're a little bit on the dark side. Um, I'm proud of you, brothers, because a lot of y'all are like, nah, we don't cut for this. Shannon is wrong, you know. And I'm glad to see that. And I've seen a lot of people, you know, media people saying, you know, 19 is young. Now I know she's an OnlyFans girl, I guess, stars what they're saying. But Shannon is almost 57 years old, and it's like, come on, man. But nevertheless, I want to have a conversation with Walter and you all as to the financial ramifications of dealing with somebody that you're not married to, and you obviously don't know a whole lot about, and what it could really cost you. Because looking at Shannon, this could potentially cost him not just $100 million, which is a lot of money. Okay, let's keep the buck. It could cost him his other career on ESPN. It could cost him sponsorships. It could cost him, I don't know, it sounds like he owns Club Shay Shay, but he gets a lot of money from, you know, sponsors and things. So it could cost him a lot, but most importantly, it could cost him his reputation. Now, I'm a public relations professional, and one of the quotes that I hold near and dear comes from that of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says that a company could afford to lose money, and they can afford to lose a lot of it, but they cannot afford to lose reputation, not 1 ounce. That is what he said. And that goes back in the day where a man was his word and this, that, and the other. So with your reputation, that's hard to get back sometimes. That's hard to put all the pieces back together. Before I give it to Walter, I'm going to give this example. A lot of y'all might have seen the movie Doubt with Philip Seymour Hoffman, RIP to him. And as he's in the pulpit, some you know, pretty egregious things were going on about him. Something I won't give away the movie. So he gets in the pulpit and he gives this analogy. He says, gossip is the equivalent of ripping open a feathered pillow, right? A pillow with feathers, and then letting it all out into the wind, and then trying to gather all of those feathers again. He says it's impossible to do. So he related it to gossip, and I'm relating this to reputation, because once it's out there about you, it's hard to clean it all up and erase the minds of people who may have heard that story about you, or have heard something salacious and, you know, unfavorable about you. So Walter, what is the financial ramifications of this? And let me clear the comment section really quick while you think about that, and say hello to everybody. And my voice is like, so forgive me. Let's see. And Asada, did I say hello to you? I believe I did, but I'll say it again. Long time no see, by the way. Let's see. Lock Vegan, how you doing? It says hair is cute, you look good. Oh, thank you, thank you. You look good, but don't sound good. But I appreciate you. Brother Reddy says Tony Busby. Oh Lord, yeah, he's a big ambulance chaser. Magneto says it's Tony Busby acting like Edward Blum. I think he's acting more like Gloria Allred. You know, Diane says always about money. Absolutely, but she sneezed at 10 million, and you might be lying. Yeah, okay. Sister Shirley says, when are our men going to learn? But they think it will be different for them. T Jones, how you doing? Says this happened last year. She was 19. Well, last year and this year in January, she said something happened to her as well. So yeah, she's essentially, I think, 20 at this point. Still, you know, really young, right? Let's see, CJ says, wow, but they stay dragging black women. Well, you know, we're going to, yeah. Let me see what Walter says. Arneva says he shouldn't have answered her text on the subject. Yeah, exactly. Saladin, how you doing? Long time no see. He says our brother Shannon got caught out there in a well-concocted setup. I'm not going to put judgment on that, because we all have our weaknesses. I just hope he has learned his lesson. Yeah, I agree. If you ask me, I think on the surface, it is a setup. Daryl, how you doing? Says a text message will exonerate him just like Jay-Z. Hopefully, right? Let's see here. Gary says one of them weird uncles. Yeah, I think he's a dirty old man, but you know, I may have said too much. Brother Reddy says, and if he had that, he still Get a young side piece. What? Yeah, not that young though, right? Cooking with Miss D. Did I say hello to you? Not hello. He says, why in the hell would he think a young white woman will want him? It must be the money, and you know what's the money. Let's see. Let's see. Doris, how you doing? It says, okay, so yeah, hopefully you can see Walter now. Yeah, he kind of goes in and out. He needs a lamp or something. One who cares. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Skylar, how you doing? It says, are you guys gonna open the chat? I might do that toward the end. I'll give everybody, if they want to come on, 2 minutes or so. But just know that if I've never seen you on here before, you need to show me your face. Bernard, how you doing? Says athletes have to stop this madness. Something tells me that they won't. JJ Mars, what's going on? Says Shannon's going to be saying the same thing OJ did, but I'm OJ. Yeah, okay. Asha, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Michelle, what's going on with you? Says this is so disappointing. More so because he should have known better. How many black men have to fall for this before the rest of them wake up? Wake the hell up. I think that's an excellent question. D Grant, how you doing? Says Shannon's bone is hard to bear for those young babes. Babes, I don't want to know nothing about Shannon's bone. Mars, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Amanda says Walter can break the desire down for us. I don't know if he can break the desire down, but I damn sure want to break down the money. I'm gonna let him speak, Al, as soon as he sit down. Reggie, you say the timing of this lawsuit. I don't know, fam. Sounding very suspect. Of course, right? So, Walter, whenever you're ready to tell us what does this look like financially, as soon as he puts his lamp on, because you guys want to see him. He is a chocolate brother, but he ain't that chocolate. Alicia, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Jerron, what's going on? She says should have never offered any money to settle at all. That's what a lot of people are saying. And KM, how you doing? Says Tony Busby and Gloria Allred are two peas in the pod. You ain't lying. Beverly, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. You think they're going to take Shannon off the air? Well, it remains to be seen. I think if they're going to do it, it really is a short matter of time. So, Walter, whenever you're ready, and I'll stop talking so everybody can hear you.
How's that? Is that better?
Better.
Yeah, I got a lot of coconut oil on, so I might be too shiny. First of all, I'm going to answer the question Amanda brought, and I'm going to do it as delicately as I can.
Please and thank you, as this is sort of a kind of a family show.
No, it is. Yes, you have to understand, and I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong, but in most countries, a woman that is 19, 20 is damn near a grandma. In Mexico, you're 16, 15, you're a woman. In Lebanon, you're a grandma. So I think if he wanted to do that, he should get his passport stamped and go do that. Because in the U.S., that it just is not acceptable. But as far as why a man would sleep with a 19-year-old, 20-year-old woman, sometimes you want fresh oranges. You don't want navel wrap. I'm telling you why men do it.
Brother, them is tangerines. Those are kumquats.
Sometimes
those are seasons.
Women, if they could get away with it and have a 19-year-old man come over and hang out with them and nobody would know, they'd be doing it too. Especially all the shit y'all got on TV and Tyler Perry shows. Do not tell me if this was the other way around and nobody would know that it would be an issue. The problem is he got caught. That's something you do in the dark and you don't never come out. Now, obviously, a brother like that should be dating somebody a little bit older. When you got that much money and fame and all that, you should find somebody that's somewhat on your level. And if you're walking up on a girl in the gym as a celebrity, it's suspect anyways. I mean, I'm famous. I'm not trying to be walking up on nobody. But sometimes, I don't know. I don't know the brother. I've never met him. But, he didn't break any laws. Yeah, morally it's off. But, younger women for men that are successful just happen to be tempting. I think 19 is too young. For me personally, I would cap it off 27, 28, 29 maybe. But 19 is young. But I traveled around the world and you see 19, 21-year-old girls all the time with men in their 50s, 60s, 70s. It's just normal.
Okay, but to answer Amanda's question, is that desirable for a 57-year-old man or 50? I guess he might have been 55, 56 when they met. still too damn old. Is that as a 19-year-old child? Well, she's a woman, but still kind of a child. Is that desirable to a man?
The answer is yes. And here's what I mean by that. Physically, it's desirable. Morally, no. Like, for instance, I want to drink this whole bottle of wine. I want to get behind the wheel. That's what I like to do, but I know it don't make sense. So sometimes sometimes you have to use caution. You can't do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go choke the shit out of everybody. But I can't do that because it don't make sense. So yeah, is it desirable to be with a young woman that's 20 years old, that's in her prime? Of course it is. But it's not the right thing to do, but it is physically attractive. I'm just speaking from what I know as a man. I mean, if a woman walks up and she's 20 years old and she's bam, bam, and a woman walks up and she's 56 years old, and I had to flip a coin, and I wasn't going to be judged, I'd roll with the 20-year-old. Only out of physical desire. That's it. Not mental or moral or the fact that I have kids that are in their 30s. That would come to mind. I don't want to bump into one of my daughter's friends. You know what I'm saying? So, and I have a 19-year-old, and I know it would be guns blazing. She walked in with a 50-year-old man. It would be a bad day for him. Unless, no, see, what Shannon should have did is he should have, like, if you don't date a girl that young, then give her something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, or prove us wrong and say, hey, this is my woman. I don't care what you think. I'm Al Pacino. I'm marrying this woman. But if you're just hitting it and you think you're going to hit a 19-year-old and quit it, oh, good luck with that. That ain't going to never work.
Yeah, and I'm just reading a lot of you guys' comments. I see a lot of y'all saying, no. And then I saw Alicia, I think it was you. You said that you've dated men in their 20s, and you are, I think you said 55, but you wouldn't trust them to be your husband. I'm 54. Me personally, I would not be dating somebody in their 20s. Most certainly not in their 30s either. 40s, perhaps. But yeah, 20s and 30s ain't no way.
Different. For women, it's different. You guys, a 50-year-old woman walking in with a 25-year-old man is going to look crazy as hell. A 56-year-old man walking in with a 25-year-old woman, people are going to go, he got money. He's bringing something to the table. But it ain't going to be a disaster. I live in Orange County half the time. I tell you, when I go out, I see some of these 25-year-old girls getting out of these cars with some of these men older than me. And it's like every other car. So it just seems normal. The better you do, sometimes you want a little bit more.
And Brother Reggie and Classy, I want to address your comment too. Brother Reggie says, look at Bill Belichick's old ass and his young girlfriend. Yeah, he's what, 71, 2, 3, and his girlfriend, I think she's his fiance. Don't quote me. Is 26. So yes, that's young, you know. And then Classy, rather, is it how you doing?
It ain't no news story though. It's not news. Ain't nobody having a fit over it.
Well, she ain't saying that he, did something bad to her either. I think that's the other thing. Classy
said, brought her out in public though. He's like, here's my woman. If Shannon would have been with this woman, put on some red carpets and said, yeah, I know she's young, but she ready. And who was that? Was that R. Kelly, Key Sweat?
Both.
Oh, she may be young, but she ready. And here she is. I think that would have been better.
Yeah, but he was playing with her. Classy says, notice only Black women come on this podcast and he spends his money on only fans, girls of the white community. Yeah, and I want to address that as well. And concede that, because he did say, oh, this is what they do to Black men. But it's like, that's true. They do that to Black men. But now you concerned about your Blackness and you run around with all the white women, it's like, tell their community about it. I don't know. Just, I kind of feel you on that one. And you said they use Black women as mules and want you to put on the cape. Nah, Shannon got to hold his own. I do believe he's being set up, but Shannon got to walk it like he talking because everybody tried to tell him, right? D.
Is this
Grant
girl,
says
is she a
Walter.
white girl? The girl, Gabby?
I don't know if she's Hispanic or she's white. She looks like she's white. And she looks terribly young. D, he says Walter's right. If you go overseas, a lot of older men are married at younger women. Some teenagers, he says, I live in Europe for a couple of years. Okay. Ashley says, I don't understand why he wasn't turned off when she allegedly said, put a big black baby in me. Yeah, so that's part of the text message she was saying. So she, black bucked you, for lack of better words. And, I guess that was all right. I don't know, but now all of a sudden you won't, you're invoking, oh, this is what they do to black men. Yeah, like you said, she told him to put a big black baby in her. It's like, what?
And she meant that shit and wasn't nothing wrong.
J Bubba, you crazy. Talk about she got that snapper. Ain't no telling. RP MJ, how you doing? Says I take the 56-year-old. So you say you take the 56-year-old over the 19-year-old. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Easy, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. 540, how you doing? Says what is it between a black man and a white woman? It's like kryptonite. But the black man kryptonite. Brother Abdul says you're acting like this stuff just started happening. No, it didn't just start happening. But the question is, when you're somebody else that have something, even if you're working at an Amazon warehouse, it's gonna cost you something if you were moving messily, if you will, with somebody like that, and especially if you just playing around with them, Shannon. And that's, I think, what is the most disgusting thing I think about it is you playing with this 19-year-old. Yeah, she's an OnlyFans model, and I guess they do what they do. But Shannon, you a grown old man, and you knew what you was doing. Was not trying to wipe this girl and none of that other stuff. You playing with her, and a 19, 20-year-old does not have the emotional wherewithal to understand what you're doing. Even though she's on OnlyFans, I would imagine she ain't been here long enough to be able to process all that's going on between her and a 56-year-old man. So I don't know. I could be wrong. Bobby Wobby, how you doing? Says Shannon got his ninja wake-up call. Yes, indeed, BMI. You want me to beam you up? Like what, Scotty? What? How you want me to beam you up? Let's see who else came on here. I see our comments, but I want to make sure I get everybody. The Rock, how you doing? Says nothing under 25 and nothing over 30 is the right age range for a man, no matter how old he is. Is that what it is? Okay. And Alicia said, I'm fine as wine. I bet you are. Rose, how you doing? Says at his big old age, still letting his little head speak for him. Well, that shows his IQ. And I think I'm with you on that one. It's like, man, you ain't, damn, 56 years old, you still get, like, he got caught up. Shannon is considered a big fish. You know what I mean? And you let a 19-year-old catch you up? What a sucker you are. Really? You ain't smart enough. Let a 19-year-old, bait the hook for you, and now you may lose everything you have worked this hard for? Wow. Joanne says men walking in with children on their arms looking worse than anyone, Walter, and people laugh at you. Okay. Priscilla, how you doing?
I think this is true. I think women think that people are like, first of all, if a man is 56 and he's walking in with a 25-year-old, he don't care what a woman in her 40s or 50s think. It's just the way it is. I mean, it sucks to hear it, but it's true. I sit around with men all day, cigar lounge everywhere I go. You know what they talk about? Young women or their wives, being young. You know what I'm saying? A man don't want some, what did Monique say? Somebody make you an apple butter pie. Successful men don't want that to come home to Miss Butterworth. They work hard, and so they want their woman to match where they are in life. And sometimes it sucks that you're hitting, and now you want to be with something young, but that's just the way that it is. So, and women, men, we suffer in reverse too. Women, y'all want certain things. Women, I don't care how old you are. If a rich dude pull up with 40 million in the bank and be like, quit your job, I got you, here's 2 million up front, your ass is leaving. And he could be 50, 60, 70, 80. So I don't really think he cares what people think. He got caught up. Like I said, he should have courted her and been out with her, doing what he should have did what Belichick did. Say this, or Al Pacino, this is my woman. What y'all gonna do about it?
This comment here, Priscilla, I thought y'all was joking, but it seemed like y'all serious. She says, I remember my son told me Shannon used to say the only time he would see him with a black woman if he's holding them for the cops. Yeah, if he did say that, hey, let the white people go to bat for him. If that's how he feel about black women, let them fight for him. Like I said, I really believe he's being shaken down. Well, I'm not concerned about that, especially if you don't like black women and you sit up there talking about cuz I was a black man. You knew the job was dangerous before you hearkened upon a 19-year-old sucker.
I don't think it's a race thing, honestly. I just think he's rich, and that's what attorneys do. Now, going after black men, going after a black man is an easier target. That's for sure. One, the black community is weaker when it comes to reuniting and coming together. So it's easy to pick off the top dogs. Like, it's easy, and it seems like it's almost like, and it's just entertainment too. But you don't have a lot of these problems with brothers and finance and this and real estate. It's the entertainment dudes. They're surrounded by women. The entertainment industry is nasty and dirty. So the stuff I've seen in entertainment that Shannon's doing is nothing. So, but being a black man, it is a little bit easier because the black community is weaker when it comes to our men and standing up for each other. So it's easy. Like, they went after Jay-Z. He just has the balls to say, all right, let's get it on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But as far as it being race or being white, black, Mexican, I don't think that matters, because black women do that to black men and Mexican women do it to Mexican men. It happens all the time. So,
I guess I'm just saying, if that's how he feel about black women, then, go do what it do, homie. We wish you well.
For him to say something like that. And he would say something like that.
I don't know.
I'm assuming he got a black mama.
Yeah, and I think all three of his baby mamas are black too. D says, Demetri, would you date Shannon Sharpe? I absolutely would not, because he don't have no knowledge of self. I got to date somebody with some knowledge of self. Because if you ain't got knowledge of self, it's gonna be a hard relationship, because you're gonna be doing, where's my little homie at? He ain't over here. I'm gonna get him. You're gonna be doing a whole lot of raccooning, and I ain't got time for all of that. So no, I would not date Shannon Sharpe. BMI, he says, I'm 51 years old, never married. I understand Shannon Sharpe. Okay. Let's see. Facts Not Feelings. How you doing? Says peace and love, family. Sharpe did nothing wrong. Plenty of black women in their 20s on TikTok bragging about their sugar daddy. Don't make me laugh. Sharon, how you doing? All right, let me skip down. Brother Reggie says, Shannon really don't understand technology. You can't be texting these young hoes. They'll screenshot it and paste it on TikTok. You ain't lying. Ryan, how you doing? Says he should have had heeded Cat Williams' words when he was on the show. All things will be revealed in 2025. I was 2024, but things are still being revealed, right? Sandy, how you doing? Says for his type of mentality, yes. King Mike, how you doing? Says, honestly, I think older women are upset because they know once they hit the wall, it's over. We ain't upset. Listen, I'm not upset. I'm not upset about it at all. But, make sure you go knocking on the door of the white community and cry to them about it. Since black women can't do nothing for you. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't care who he messing with. I'll probably never be in the same room with Shannon Sharpe. So, hopefully everything works out for him, honestly.
He didn't break any laws. He didn't break any rules. The girl is of age. I think the biggest thing.
But wait. But we're forgetting that she's accusing him of assault in one of the worst ways. So it's not just that he's dating, or he was rather 19, 20, however old she was. Is that now she's accusing him of taking it from her, for lack of better words, for YouTube.
Man, after those text messages I saw from her, come on now. I've never had a woman talk to me that way, ever. If a woman was like, hit it from the back and yank my hair and choke me till I pass out, I'm like, damn, I don't even want to be seen with you personally. And a woman that'll talk like that to a stranger, somebody she's not, I don't know. That should have been his warning sign. But he a freak too, so and that's entertainment. They all like that. It just is what it is.
I'm just thinking you got something to lose, and most people do. You just kind of tread a little bit cautiously. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I have a public relations degree, And one of the things that we were taught is to protect your client's reputation, damage control, and all of that. You're supposed to engage in foreseeability. What could this look like if I date a 19, 20-year-old with me being so public and this goes awry? Is this going to ruin my reputation? Is this going to cost me some money? See, that's what smart people do. Smart people get around people who know a little bit more than them and say, hey, I don't know about that, man. You got a lot to lose. And no, she's 19. That's not going to look good. Is it legal? Yeah. But a lot of people are going to frown upon that. And let's keep it a buck. Since he brought in the issue of him being a black man, you a very grown, big, corn-fed, bred black man. And them folks don't want to visualize you treating her like a rag doll on a trampoline. So you might want to rethink some of these things, whether it's legal or not.
I don't know if that's really the case. Her being treated like a trampoline. White men do some disgusting things to white women.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying as a black man, they already don't want you with them. So I'm saying that if you got something to lose, see, that's thinking with the little head. You know, ain't nobody gonna know. Man, if I was Shannon Sharpe about to sign, I said this yesterday, about to sign $100 million contract, I'm locking myself in an air, you know, a shield where I can get some air. Can't nobody get to me until the ink dry. See, that's foreshadowing, the foreseeability, looking into the future. I don't want nothing to come between me and my money. But because people think with their little head, it's like, well, here we are.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he's a grown man. It's his money. He didn't break any laws. Yeah, is it immoral? I don't even know if immoral is the right word. Is it wrong in the public eye? Yeah. Should he be with a 19-year-old? I wouldn't do it. But he didn't break any laws. And women, swinging back to it, women, you guys talk about this all the time. There's so many TV shows on about cougars and this and housewives and all these shows that glamorize older women sleeping with younger men. The pool boy coming in. It's all over TV. And in my opinion, it's more women than men. When I'm watching a TV show about an underage encounter, it's normally a woman with some young dude. The passion. Or some shit like that. So women have opened the door for this a long time ago. The fact that women call themselves cougars is mind-blowing to me. And him being black, white, I don't think that matters. If he want to date a white woman, that's his business. You know, now don't disrespect a black woman, but if he wants to date a white woman or a Puerto Rican or a purple chick, that's his business. I don't think race should have an issue with who you date. That's just the way that I feel. You know, now, yeah, are white people going to be upset? Of course they are. Because they know what black men do to their white women. And they don't like thinking about that. But on the other end, you know what's crazy? You know what one of the biggest genres on porno is? Black men with white women. Which is crazy to me. So when I was saying that white men do stuff to white women, they treat them worse. I have several friends in the porno industry. And man, the stuff they go through is insane to me. And I think the world has just gotten used to it. Shannon Sharpe walking on the red carpet with a 21-year-old girl is not going to turn nobody's head. No, because it's all day long. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio. He said when they get 25, I'm out. And he's 50 years old. No one cares. The downside is she claimed rape. What he should have did is just to start recording his stuff. I tell these brothers, listen, man, you got to record your encounters. A woman come over to your house, hit record. Hey, girl, I'm a celebrity. I just got to protect myself. I'm going to record this evening. It is what it is. Hit play. Or hit play and don't say nothing and just keep it in case they come after you. Isn't that what she did to him? She recorded it and didn't tell him?
Yeah, it sounds like he didn't know that they were being recorded. He's saying he don't have the full video, but she does, and that they need to release the full video. I've heard one of them. I don't know, it could be anything. You know, he talked about I'm gonna choke you, but as I said, I tell people I'm gonna choke them at least Walter, I know I told you I was going to choke you at least once in the last 2 months. But I've never done it, So
I hear it often. Yeah, to say I'm gonna choke you and then use that against me, yeah, that's kind of crazy. But again, I'm gonna say this again. His race, and he shouldn't have brought up the black man thing. He did it to himself. Because it's not just the black man. Yeah, do they go after black men? Sure. But it happens to men with power and money all day long. He just brought up the race thing. And he know if he's dating some young white chick, that black people ain't gonna come to his rescue. I don't even know why he said that. He'd have been better saying I'm a successful rich man and they're coming after me. The race card has gone way too far. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm fat because of racism. They're coming after me because I'm black. No, fool, you rich. And a girl is accusing you. That's what it is.
I really think, he was maybe trying to, I don't know, draw sympathy or classify himself. Basically, I think he was probably more so talking about Tony Busby, going after successful rich black men, which it does seem within the last year at least that that's what he has done, right? P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and now Shannon Sharpe. I think obviously Jay-Z was a lie and Diddy, we don't know. It sounds like a lot of that was a lie as well. But I think Shannon Sharpe's situation was avoidable. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, some of these, I don't know. Maybe there's some of these, like I said, some of these celebrity attorneys will go after black men because it's easier. The black community is not as cohesive as a lot of other communities. So it's easier to go after a brother. It just is. And it's easy money. And R. Kelly and P. Diddy, they're not making it no easier. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think he's going to, obviously he didn't break any laws, and her rape case is weak as a paper bag.
Yeah, he offered her the $10 million for some reason. I think it probably was damage control, reputation management. Because a person settled, that doesn't always mean that they're guilty. It means that I'm not trying to have my private life played out in the public eye for everybody. I don't want you to get on no stand nowhere and tell about anything. So here, if I'm gonna get 100 million, I don't know how much Shannon is worth now, but if I'm gonna get 100 million, I'll take you off 10, right? Just so you don't run my name all through the mud because it's gonna cost me something.
How do we know he offered her 10? Because if I'm Tony Busby,
sounds like they had Shannon's people, attorney, I think, said that they offered her 10 million.
So you mean she didn't take 10 million? Come on now. Man, she should have took the breast and the 10 million and kept it moving. That's what I would have did.
No, I think somebody got in her ear and was like, man, he about to get $100 million.
First of all, he's not getting 100 million. That's even if he gets it up front. If he gets 100 million, he's gonna end up with 60. His lawyer is gonna get 5% of the 100. The lawyer is gonna get 5 million. His manager, if he's got one, is gonna get 20. So he's 25 million off of 100. He's at 75, and he gets to keep 45% of that. He's lucky to walk away with $40 million. I know he ain't trying to give her 25% of his deal. If so, I don't know. He would have been better spending $2 million and putting on this huge campaign of trying to protect his image. Yeah, I don't know. Until you see it, all the facts come out. Right now, we're just speculating.
Okay, so I'm asking, I'm asking y'all. I'm Luby. I see y'all asking for the link. What I'm gonna do, and hello to everybody that's come on here. What I'm gonna do is, hey Anthony, how you doing? CDAG, what's going on with you? Oh, I ain't heard that word in a long time. Obtuse. See who else is just on here. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link. Love Wisdom, how you doing? And then, hey Brenda, I want to, and yeah, Miss Sweets, how you doing? Y'all, a minute and a half at the most. Say what you gotta say. Then I'm gonna drop you down, and I'm gonna let somebody else up as we got about 15 more minutes to be here. So I cannot allow you to come up here if you want to just, lean in on the mic, right? Just say what you gotta say, ask your question, and then I'm gonna drop you down if that's okay. If not, it's gonna have to be. So anyway, I'm gonna drop the link now. Let's see, invite. Drop a link. And I never seen you on here before. I absolutely must see your face. If your face is blanked out, before I bring you up. So
here we go. A lot of rules. You know what's crazy to me?
It has to be.
Why is this such a hot topic for people? I don't understand. You know, black people, it ain't like we gonna do something about it. It ain't like it ain't gonna keep happening. Why are we so wrapped up into these stories? I know in your situation, it's news. You get paid to do this. Or, I mean, this is your world. But like the Shannon Sharpe thing, me and you talked about it. You had to send me the link. And then I saw Candace Owens talking about it. And that was it. I was like, the dude is rich. He can do what he want to do as long as he's not breaking the rules. You know what I'm saying? What's concerning me is what's going on in the world right now. Yes, Shannon Sharpe, something to talk about, sure. Me and the boys, we can sit around and talk about it as like just something to do. But as far as consuming my life, man, I see some of these chats, people are like 400 million words on a Facebook chat.
All right, so let's see. I got Skylar, OG Patrice. Let me see your face. I'll make sure I've seen you on here before. I got you. Ron. All right. So Skylar, you came up first. OG second, and Ron, you were third. So Skylar, you ready? All right, got you.
Yeah, hey, Demetra. Hey, Walter. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I feel like he's up in age. Like he's risking his money. Like he's like in his 50s. Like he's like risking. I don't get why these. And plus, you are racially aware. Like he's he's dealing with a white woman. He saw what's his name what's that Michael dude in a Black Panther movie who played Kang. What's that dude name?
Oh,
it was last year who got chased out of the car by that white woman. Yeah, Jonathan, and he sees this and he saw that he saw that and he's still going after a white woman. It's like you can racially protect yourself by dealing with black women. At the end, that's a layer of protection. Like, and you know this too. Like, if you're gonna get accused by someone with a black woman, not to say you can abuse a black woman, not to say you can treat black women poorly. I'm telling not to like that, lie, Demetra. It's a level of protection. People will still trust you more if with a black woman, some black woman accuse you of something, and they're probably not going to do that if you treat her right. If you deal with like a 19, not saying you should with a 19-year-old, but still that it adds a level of protection, racial protection, and plus you should be dealing with someone like 25 or 30. I don't like this rhetoric where if you're above 30, you're old. If you're a woman, you're old. I don't like that. My wife is older than me. Like my wife is Ethiopian. Like, and another thing too, if you want to deal with multiple women, if you want to do that, just go to Africa or something. Like, if you can do that, like it's easier. Like, if you want to live that lifestyle of I want to have sex with multiple women and not be tied down, just go to Africa and do that stuff. Like, don't get a woman here in America. You know what I'm saying, Walter and Demetra? And that'll be it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Skylar. Huh?
You said like Ethiopia, they live like that?
No. My wife is monogamous. No, Ethiopia, they don't do that. It's very religious. I'm just saying, like, you can go to South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria. If you want to do that lifestyle, you can go there. Like, it's cheaper, it looks expensive. You're a celebrity. Like, I don't get why these dudes want to get all these chicks in LA and so. And plus, she's an OnlyFans model. That doesn't look good on you. Like you said, like Bill Belichick, they're open with it. They're open with their 21-year-old or younger model, but he's not open with. He was hiding her because what you're doing was wrong. That's why he didn't want to show her to the world. What you're doing was wrong. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Skylar, for coming up and come up and see us again whenever we open up the link.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good point. I didn't think about the layer.
All right, so let's see. We're gonna bring up. I'll remove you. There you go. All right, so OG Patrice, you got 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna bring Ron up. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Demetria?
Well, yeah. It's been so long since you've
come. I know it's been a minute. I know. I had to come up and speak on this one though, really fast because, I'm gonna say this from a couple of perspectives. From someone that's been in entertainment for over 30 years, I see the difference of how they put these things in front for men and how they put them in front for women. It's totally different atmosphere. When I'm backstage or in a green room or whatever, as a female that has performed and been on stage with many other successful female singers, it's different. There isn't a room full of, in the back or waiting, or at the after party, isn't a room full of men waiting for the female, but it's a room full of women waiting for the male. So and a lot of times those male men invite that, they ask for that, and they want that. And unfortunately, men always want what they can't have. And then when they become very successful with money, they want what they can't have. They want the forbidden fruit. I've heard Nick Cannon say that about white women. And he went all the way back to, how the black men got killed with slavery if they slept with the white women. So when they get money, they do the same thing. They want the forbidden fruit. And so they have these groupies of women. I've seen it in sports and basketball games. I've seen it all in entertainment. They have these women are waiting in droves. Most of them want to end up getting pregnant by the man so they can lock them down for at least 18 to 21 years, or they're trying to be that one. They thinking they're the special one. They gonna be the wife or things of that nature. And these men, unfortunately, they set themselves up for this. They invite it, they accept themselves up for it. So I don't feel sorry, unfortunately, for Shannon Sharpe. He had been forewarned more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times about messing with younger women, particularly white younger women. So you would go and mess with somebody that is younger than your own daughter. You have a daughter older than this young woman. You set yourself up for this. This black woman is going to sit down and have several seats because I ain't rah-rahing for you. I ain't out there protesting for you, because Shannon Sharpe, you did this to yourself, as like a lot of these men, particularly black men, are doing. It's unfortunate, it's sad, but it's true. Shannon Sharpe did this to himself with $100 million contract on the line of his career, after having Cat Williams set on his platform and say, all lies will be exposed. Guess what, Shannon? You are part of that lie. As Monique said, Shannon, get your older woman. Shannon, get a woman close to your age. Shannon, don't mess with him. Shannon. But what does Shannon do? He don't listen. So guess what? It is what it is, Shannon. Stick a fork in you because you're done, boo. And I'm tired of they trying to take a black man down. Like, black men are inviting this into their world. So this is what it is.
Woo.
And I land my plane there.
Man, you land the plane and the wheels are on fire. Come back and see us again, OG Patrice.
I will, baby girl. All right, y'all take care.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Brother Ron, how you doing? Sorry, hold on a second. There you go. I can hear you now.
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for bringing me on. Listen, let me tell you something. So I'm 51 years old. I'll be 52 in September. And let me tell you, I don't feel sorry for Shannon Sharpe. I'm not a black man who would defend Shannon Sharpe. Okay, I think it's a tragedy that he is going through this right now. It is unfortunate. This is something that could have been avoided. He has too much money. He's been around too long. He has too much experience. You understand what I'm saying? Let me just say this. I'm going to be very, very blunt and pointing or what have you. And I said this. I have a YouTube channel. If I had that kind of money that he had, and a brother kind of alluded to this, I would not be here in the United States engaging in this type of activity. If you're a black man, you're the age, if you were in your 50s, and you want your woman who is in her 20s, between 22, I'm no 19-year-olds, 22 and 30, you better go to Africa, you better go to Brazil, you better go to Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, something else like that, and deal with a different type of culture, a patriarchal culture in particular. He brought this on himself. He's lived too long. And let me just say this, these NFL people, these entertainers, these actors, these black men in Hollywood, unfortunately, they never, ever, ever, ever learn from the mistakes of men who came before them. They never learn. They are intentionally dumbed down by their industries and their mentalities. They are gassed up to believe that somehow or another that they are invincible. And what happens is that they live with the deleterious consequences of their actions. And let me just say this a little further. This has absolutely nothing to do with black women. I think that it's a mistake to reduce this to black women and black men and black women, all that kind of stuff. Listen, if you level up, anybody who levels up and who is able to step outside of their demographic, economically, racially, doggone the seductions are there, the temptations are there, you are going to do it. You're going to do it. It's just the reality of the world. This has nothing, this is not about black nationalism or Pan-Africanism or any that type of stuff. This is about power, celebrity, so on and so forth. I like Shannon Sharpe. I've been rooting for Shannon Sharpe ever since he came on YouTube back in 2020, talking to black people. He began talking with black men, having a conversation, a subtle conversation with black men about black men's issues. People don't understand that. He's still been doing that. I hope that he is able to survive this situation. But the reality is that he made a mistake at the age of 57 years old with life experience that he did not have to make. So Shannon Sharpe has to take this L. If this is an L for him, I hope that he can survive. I want to see, I'm closed with this. I want to see Club Shay Shay continue. I love Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay speaks to black people, black interests, not just black men, but he deals with black men. He's brought the black women on there. But this is an independent black man, an entrepreneur, not dependent exclusively on white money. This is independence now, because white people didn't put him out there like that. He used his money and his resources to create this independent platform. He's grown to an extent that he has made alliances with white corporations or what have you. But at the core, this is a black man who has an independent platform, a kind of platform that mainstream white capitalist America would not launch on their own. The only reason why white folks are dealing with him now is because he became successful. Similar to Ryan Coogler. I'm going to say Ryan Coogler, shout out to Ryan Coogler, shout out to Michael B. Jordan and Sinners and everything like that. When a black man steps out and is able to do his own thing and to bring the world over to him, to not cross over to the white world, but to have the white world cross over to him, he has done something that is immaculate. And I think it should be supported. He's not a flawless black man. He has errors. I hope he can survive. I hope he can survive. But this is a mistake that he could have avoided. He should have took his butt to Africa. He could have went to Kenya. He could have went to Ghana. He could have went to Senegal. He could have went to any country on the 54 countries in Africa. And dealt with some women who would not have given him the type of hell that he is experiencing right now. And I'm gonna end with that.
Well, your wheels are on fire too.
And I appreciate you, Demetri. Let me say this. I appreciate you. I watch you a lot. I like your content. I love your spirit. That's why I'm here. That's why I said what I said and what have you. I appreciate you. God bless you.
I seen people call you Dr. Ron. You have a channel as well?
I'm Dr. Ron, BMI 3000 Reloaded. BMI 3000 Reloaded, also known as the Man Professor, also known as Dr. Ronald Neal, right here on YouTube. I just did a stream on Shannon Sharpe last night. I'm going to talk about sinners on Friday night, but I'm right here on YouTube. If you want to listen, if you want to connect, I'm right here. But I appreciate everything that you're doing, Demetra. I'm there. We here. We keep this black thing going.
Absolutely.
The whole black world, the whole continent, diaspora, the Caribbean, South America, everything that is black. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm rooting for black people on the planet. Even the flawless, even the black men who are flawed. He's a flawed brother. We need to love this brother despite his flaws. Yeah, he got a snow bunny thing. That's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. He liked the snow bunnies. Some of the black men like snow bunnies. Leave it alone. Let it go. We don't say anything about black women who like snowmen. We don't say anything about Ketanji Jackson. We don't say anything about Eve. We don't say anything about black women who are sleeping and laying up with white men. But we got everything to say about a black man who steps outside of the black American orbit. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you for having me.
Wait a minute, Eve, you talking about Rough Rider Eve got a white man?
Yeah, she married to a billionaire, Eve.
Oh.
Yeah, Eve's got a white billionaire she's married to.
Case in point, it's the money. I've never heard this until just now that Eve got her white man.
Yeah, they've been married for a while.
It's crickets on that. Huh.
Well, anyway, Dr. Ron, thank you. Come back and see us again.
Will do. Thank you much.
You're welcome.
See you soon.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah, somebody said Kanye's next. No, he's not. Because Kanye put his stuff out there. Different with Kanye, he don't care. He put his woman on the stroll butt naked and dares somebody to say something. You don't like my wife being naked? Don't look.
And, I think he's got a good point. It should be fair play, as much as the sisters give the brothers a hard time for, being with snow bunnies in the words of Umar Johnson, then yeah, it's the same thing, So yeah, absolutely. And I see y'all naming a whole, Alfred would have been married to a white man for a very long time. A long time.
My question is, why is that such a big deal? Let's say Alfred wants to marry a white man. I know, who was it? Al Pacino. Was it Al Pacino? Robert De Niro was married to a black woman. I don't even know. I don't know why that's news anymore. If you want to marry a white man, that's your business. I think you should marry the person you like. I don't think race should matter. But one thing I will say for some of these brothers that are dating white women, and I'm going to try and be careful because I don't want to get this too lit.
Yeah, because we about to get out of here, brother.
But sometimes, and I've had this, me and my friends have complained about this. Sometimes when we're out in some of these environments where we're really trying to get moving and progress, you don't see a lot of us. You don't see a lot of our people in some of these environments where maybe some of these celebrities are. I mean, I've traveled the world and I've been a lot of places and I always say, damn, where the black people at? Where we at? So, and I know when I worked at American Express, we used to complain, the brothers like, hey, where the sisters at? There was a couple and 100 white women and 2 sisters. So I think black people, we need to maybe integrate a little bit more with with society. I'm not saying it's right. First of all, I don't care if he dated a white woman. That's his business, and there's nothing wrong with that. He can date a purple woman if that's his business. Even dating a 19-year-old is not illegal, just kind of immoral. It's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Creepy, or I don't know. If I pulled up with a 19-year-old woman, I would feel like a pervert. And as far as going to another country, I think.
And I would be sure to call you one too.
Like me rolling up with a 19-year-old. First of all, my kids would have so much shit to say. She wouldn't last 10 minutes.
Me and your daughter would jump her and you.
I rolled up with somebody Morgan's age. First of all, I wouldn't even cross my mind. And there are a lot of women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and on that are really attractive. I mean, listen, I just think it's a level of maturity to start, especially when you're successful like that, you have to stop. There are really a lot of attractive women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, but I think with his situation, he just wanted to do something easy and keep it moving. Because Shannon Sharpe could definitely walk up to a 40-year-old black woman, a powerful black woman, and be like, hey, I like you. We should have dinner. So maybe he just went for the easy route. It's hard to say I wasn't there.
Absolutely. So anyway, I'd love to stay here with y'all for a whole nother hour, but your girl is down bad. I've got the flu. I don't know where I got it from. I've had it since Sunday. And I had to do 15 videos today, and so I want to go lay down. But I'm gonna try to come back here before y'all. If not tomorrow, maybe Friday, probably Friday when I'm feeling a little bit more better. And I'm sorry if I did not get to all of you guys' comments. You guys know I really wanted to. So charge it to my head, not my heart, and my voice, I guess. But in the meantime, I love and appreciate every last one of y'all. Thank you, Walter, for coming on here. And giving us your time, as I know it is very valuable. Walter's always doing something, and that something is always attached to making some money. So we appreciate you dearly. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of your evening, and we will see y'all later. Peace.